Hold up right fast, guys. What up, guys? Right now, we are going through a civil suit through Walmart, and I want to tell you before I have got off the clock. I think this was 2018. Right now, I had a lot of people number in the back room on my phone, and it told me on my social media, do I want everybody on my phone contacts to be on my social media? So I didn't just have Miller, I had everybody Walmart number in that back from different managers' positions in that store. It tells me on that store, do you want people to, it tells me on my phone, do you want your phone contacts to connect with your social media? Neo know I was on social media when the ice got thrown at me, when I was still on the clock. They know it tells me on my phone, do you want, so the idea is what I want from Walmart every time they use my van. For life, I want money off of my Walmart van. It tells you on your social media, your phone platform, do you want your connection, your phone connection to connect with your social media? So I just told the social media, even when I was on the clock, when I got iced on me, Walmart have always know that I was on social media because I had different people manager number. And Neo came back and told me, hold up, get off the phone. Stay off that phone after I got, oh, that teach you next time to get on social media. They was already, before the stuff happened off the clock, before anything happened, they already knew I was on social media, and the Walmart corporate office defined that meaning. James Nimble kept on giving me hassle. Corporate office already know because their number was in my phone when I was on the clock cleaning up. So these things got taken away from me when I was on the clock and I got ice thrown at me in 2018. And and um he know Neo came after I came back to work the next day. Neo came back the next day and told me that'd be time you throw. And let me tell you, at that time I didn't know because I know he talked to somebody at the corporate office. I already know they was on my phone already. So when I got ice, right now I'm sending it through the Justice Department at this moment. You want to play this game on here? No, I said no. Not on that one. I got games on. I don't know where my other phone is. I gotta find that other phone. I'm trying to talk. Oh, here it go right here. Yeah. I'm not gonna play on that one. Yeah. No. Yeah, you're not gonna play. Now it tells you on every social media. All right, it tells you on every social media. So before I got off that clock, they know I was on that because I had different corporate office managers' numbers in my phone that I kept in contact with on my phone. And Neo know because he can't after I got ice thrown at me and I was getting into with the employees. Ice was throwing at me. So I want damages from Walmart. And they ain't stupid by a long shot because they number had they been watching me on social media before I reached out to them. Yeah. When I threatened to call. So I'm telling Doug Miller and I'm telling the Justice Department I want money for all the managers in a different corporate office for abuse of a disability, racism, taunting, coming out the Walmart employees thing, knowing about it, letting it go on, and taking my idea. That means anytime you make money off of my trucks, I want to get paid for my ideas. It's already right there already. You was on my social media. It tells you on every social media, do you want your phone contacts to connect with your social media? Everybody from your phone, because if I had different people number in my phone from that back room, and you know I was on social media, you probably didn't, some of y'all in that Walmart corporate office probably didn't answer my phone, but y'all know that I was on social media. So right now, we telling the Justice Department right now, all right, we telling the Justice Department right now that you was on my social media. And before I got off that clock, and let me tell you, when they see ice was thrown at the store, they're gonna realize you was already watching. You was already watching. You was already watching. Gotta wait till the commercial. They was already watching. You was watching before that, because when I was going in that back room, you know I was on social media. You know by my phone contacts. And the story, what happened in Addison, Tunte was involved. A girl said, I'd rather did a criminal than they. Let me tell you something. After the war, I want 3 Walmarts. The third Walmart I want justice from, because after I made my complaint, you don't talk trash about that customer after that customer made that complaint on the next hour for abuse of power or racism. When your corporate office came from Walmart, right? When I was interacting with the customers, 2 of these old guys was there from your business, was acting jealous in the Holy Spirit. I want to tell them, these are your Walmart family. When I looked them dead in their spirit, walking down the aisle, looking at me interacting with customers, jealousy coming out your people that you sent. God said, I see the spirit out of them. James was jealous. All the rest of them was jealous. Tunte, when I get into inventory, when I was doing inventory, I want him to hear me. They was taunting and laughing in that back room at night. God said, you will pay me $30 million for each Walmart that I work at. For the second Walmart of Jessica and them and Chris and her manager taunting while I'm trying to learn a new skill in that back room, laughing at me while I'm in the back room with Chris. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, Doug Miller. Let's talk about that. I want the corporate office to hear me. I got the Justice Department on YouTube. I want them to hear me. I want racism to hear me. And everybody that I had my number on in that back. I want everybody to hear me. You will pay me for 3 Walmarts. For number 1, that second Walmart in Addison. For number 1, that other Walmart that was being racist towards me. This Walmart. That's 4 Walmarts I want that from. Your employees want to turn and do all of that. That's 4 Walmart that I'm asking for. And time is running out, partner. I gave the Justice Department, I messaged the Attorney General and ahead of time about this situation. The Washington Attorney General. So it should not take that much time when I've been messaging Washington Attorney General and I asked for $30 million out of you for each store. Each thing you put me through, I'm asking for. God said you had your chance to talk, Doug Miller. Now you're going to listen to God. Now you're going to listen to that American flag. You hear me? You had your chance to talk. I want Doug Miller to hear me because you had your chance to talk. God said you had your chance to talk. But I want you to listen to that American flag, to God. And I think I said that. I'm going to tell the Justice Department, you had your chance to talk, but you want to listen. And when I started back at Walmart, I thought everything was good. Y'all didn't want to hire me back at first. We going to get to the bottom of this right now. Ask James what was said in the conference room. Ask Jane with his jealous self what was said in that conference room. Ask Jane what was said in that conference room, Doug Miller. Let's tell the Justice Department I warned Jane on that phone with Jessica, and they called me on my bluff. I warned them. And you hold me, you leave me no regret. When I do to the civil rights leader and I tell him, look here, you hold me with no regrets. For number one, if you try to use my card, Jessica sent me messages asking for text pictures when I was working there. So God tell me to tell you this. This Walmart that behaved and they sell to Walmart with racism, I want all three Walmarts to pay me. God demand that. So Doug Miller, you took my ideas and I came up with more ideas. You was watching me. God said, you think you getting away with it? Does not happen. And while I'm waiting, it tells me on the Justice Department, and for the action you need to take, they will call you. For the legal action you need to take, they will call me. So the Justice Department didn't call me, right? About Fogger E. I know why my case is being delayed. Because I said I was I didn't say I was the Walmart CEO, and they needed time to make up their mind. Your ego and your lies was the problem. So Doug Miller, if you, before I got off the clock and when I was on the clock and I had everybody's number from in that back room on the corporate office in my phone, and you've been watching me, you think I didn't know? I've been holding that in the tank, boy. I meant when I said on that phone with Jessica, when you looked me straight in my eye, whoever she was talking to, either you teach me or I sue you. Remember, I want Jessica to remember. I want Jessica to remember the words when she looked me in my spirit, eye to eye. I want her to remember when I told her, either you teach me who she was on the phone with or I walk off. I want her to look me in my eye. I want her to look me in my eye when I told him that, Doug Miller corporate office. So I got the Justice Department on YouTube and on you and your corporate office and your two Walmart. Who she was on the phone. Neo tried to bash me the same thing they did at 1216 in orientation, making fun of people. Let's talk about it. You ruined my relationship with the other Walmart CEO, and God said that's not fair because your employee got a racial problem. But God, you know what I told God? God said, don't let your behavior and your racist employee stop me. God said, God said, let me in. But God said, we want what he took. We want us. And if you still deny me, God said we can walk off or something. God said, I gave you a chance to talk, Doug Miller, and you didn't want to talk. I gave you a chance to talk. And Lord, what I made, I gave you a chance to talk, and you didn't want to talk. When I was on that clock, I gave all y'all a chance to talk. When y'all came in that store staring at me with racism. Let's talk about it. Y'all look me dead in my face in corporate office. You think I didn't see you? When you gave me eye contact, who else in that deli came and saw me? One thing God told me. God, yeah. Daddy, this guy might find the stand. Yes. Daddy, if you see me moving, that's this guy right here. Look. I want to tell Walmart corporate office. Would you, if God was in front of you right now, would you deny God a seat at the table? I want to let them know because God said, if I was right here in front of you right now, and if I was fighting God and Jesus, I was right here right now. would you deny him? But God also say, I tell your loved ones I'm sleeping, but I enter the heart that is pure. I'm sleeping in my heavens, but they don't know that my spirit have left my heaven and into the heart that is pure. That character police says that energy in your spirit is not your own. God said, would you have me or would you deny me? Would you deny me or would we of our children and the American flag that you got on your that name that you got up on your wall? Or would you keep your word? God is watching you. God said, I sit 1,000 feet away from my gates. I got an angel on the left and an angel on the right. And there's 20 of you humans standing by my gates while you're alive. And y'all standing in y'all body, but y'all stand behind each other. But I see your body. I see your spirit in your body. I don't see demons. My angels don't see it. And why my child don't see nothing when we able to see the spirit of the Holy Spirit? God say, if you let me in, you won't regret me. And God say, we will give it all we got every time. I want corporate officers to hear me. Don't let Doug McMillan change your mind and other people. Because God said, I know more people I remember I had in my phone. I know. So I want them to know. God said, would you let me in? Look at that flag, Walmart CEO. Because my faith in God and the Spirit is real. You say to get what I want, be honest. And God said, we being honest. I put my hand on that Bible and everything. They won't just tell by my words. They will tell by my spirit. They will tell by my spirit of my ambition, my love to never stop in this world. Everything that I told you, I said to them, is the truth. God said, can you be honest with your American people? God said, I want to see and everybody come to your business, care about my children, like he said, care about the people that believe in me, like you say. God is watching. You know what Jeff always told me one day? He said and I came there, he was working the thing. He said, Hubert, have you forgot all the things that I taught you? No. But at the same time, I refused. Steve came in there one day. I refused to let you be racism. And Jeff and Anthony borrowed money from me. And people was going to try to pay me back. They want to pay me back. And they was mad because I won't let them take advantage of me. When people think they can't take advantage, they can't. They will abuse their power as a manager. After I made my complaint at that store, you was on one lane and I was on one lane. You go talk your employee with my son, you go talking trash about me. Let me tell you, when I was one-on-one with my old co-workers in your store in Addison, oh, we using him. Oh, I'd rather date a criminal than date anything. Calling people. When I was talking to your employee and the Justice Department in that other store in Addison, when I was talking on the store in Addison and each employee, just because I had eyes on my employee doesn't mean I was not watching my surroundings. I was watching my surroundings. I had my eyes on everybody and everybody's spirit that I had my eyes on. When in that store in Addison, I had my eyes on everybody and I looked around, jealousy, calling. Let me tell you, 10 15 feet, you can hear people talking. 10 to 15 feet, you can hear people talking. You don't have to be close to them. Let's see me interacting with my old co-worker and hear the talking 10 feet. I'm looking these employees straight in their eyes. Look at the contact. Let me tell you something. I see spirit. I don't look at the body of any each room. But when you believe in God, those things that you got to catch on to every spirit, every Holy Spirit. Kid or not, my eyes is on the spirit, not the body. I'm not worried about the body, but I want to tell Desmond Miller, if I was in the army, I wouldn't need binoculars to see my enemy. I wouldn't need satellite to see my enemy. I wouldn't need close to get to a tank to see my enemy if that's the tank. I would feel my enemy spirit in that tank. I would feel the spirit of my enemy. Those things, my faith in God cannot be tested. One person said, how you know God? I tell them what I see. I recognize what I see. It was racism up at Browns and McDonald's. When cars pass me right now, I could be on my street, they could be on the other side passing, and I feel their spirit. The other day, the other day when I was walking, I felt the deception in the car while I was driving. God said, I see your spirit in many ways. God said, would you love me or would you let me in? Because right now, God is holding my spirit and he keep holding it. He have never gave up on me. Will you keep your word? Because my child always been intelligent. Grizz, at the store 1216, Grizz took me over that 3 or 4 times. He didn't care. The same person that didn't have the same color skin as me. He taught me how to roll the forklift. He taught me how to use the electric pallet jack. He didn't care. I didn't even have CBLs. You know what he did? You know what he did? He put that fake ass CBL badge and made that jacket and he used me. He said, Hubert, this was what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach you how to use it without you having a license. Chris didn't care about that. Who willing to teach with all the meaning? Let me tell you something. Your manager and the department manager, we doing inventory. I want Desmond Miller, we doing inventory. I watch him do it. Then he watched me. He wanted to give up. Oh, I'm going to look after myself. I don't want corporate office. God said, don't change your mind because if you feel it in the spirit if it's right. God said, tell Walmart the spirit, you're going to know when it's right. God said, when you decide to make me at a thing, look in the spirit. We are going to change the Walmart digital background up. We are going to have Walmart digital downloads. We're going to change the electronic sections up. We are going to change the electronics up. When we on every Samsung, Walmart, on every Walmart and every big Sam Club. Yes. Yes, I see. Every Walmart, Samsung Club, we're gonna have a big TV. Yeah. We're gonna have a big TV on the entrance of every Walmart. It's just not gonna have us on there. When they walk in that big entrance TV on every super center, you will have interviews, but you will have artists on there. When you go in the Walmart, then we are changing the digital background, electronics and music. You will have digital download, but you will also have the artist videos on there. When you get out your car, it's gonna be Walmart videos on the TV or the entrance or the big TV entrance. All of those things would be involved. Doug McMillan talk about being honest. You wasn't being honest, Doug McMillan. Honesty, God said you have no honor. You have no honor. Ask him what that call was like. Ask him why I didn't get the position at the first thing. Because Neo tried to ruin my confidence as an HR. So let me tell you, if I know you was watching my social media and Neo came back the next day, he told me to stay off of social media, and I didn't Neo my social media at that time. Why is that? You see, I've been on to you a long time. Doug McMillan, the Justice Department right here. I've been on to you for a long time. I want you to tell you that. I've been on to you a long time. So God say, I'm watching every selfish person. Let me tell you, me and my baby mama can be friends. We don't have to be in that relationship. But remember this. God said you can't break what understanding means. You can't break true Americans. We fight until we can't fight no more. When we believe in God and we never stop believing in God and we never stop believing that we can all grow. Let me tell you, my son loves Spider-Man. But I tell my son when he watch Peter Parker moving and Peter Parker doing this and everything he doing this, we got superpower too. Floyd Mayweather, he's the best. And you gotta realize Floyd Mayweather, yes, he the best because Floyd Mayweather, he did this move. Imagine my son get in the back and they teach him this and that. We have abilities to do too. We might don't have spider webs as Superman and climb up stuff, but we can move and do stuff. I told my son, you have power too. Yes, the superhero are cool, but you have power too when you learn your ability to do stuff, when you dance, when your ability to all do things. God said, would you deny me or would you accept me? So you've been watching me since everything that started. You had people in McDonald's in that camera room listening to my conversation, and they're gonna be able to see all of that. But time is running out. While the people in the music industry, time is running out. While they acting behind a Paducah with Trap Boy Freddy them, time is running out. God said we fighting and we must act when misbehavior and lies are going on. I told every Texas legislator they would be convicted. I told every mayor, no, you ain't getting away. I told the Justice Department, I had to file a racial complaint on the Justice Department. I want to tell Joe Biden them was always watching. Senator Ted and them and the rest of the senators and CNN and them always had their eyes on. But let me tell you what I wanted. I wanted the call center. I told Joe Biden, I want you to go on this song, This Is Deep, by Lil Wayne and Big Sean. If getting your perk crosses the line, just hope somebody remember that. You cross it with dignity and you cross it with respect. If somebody don't remember you, somebody remember rap. Go on the Big Sean song with Lil Wayne, This Is Deep. That means I had everybody's attention. the call center, and they finally changed it up. They finally changed it up. Hey, that fight was worth it. But they put me in that tough situation where my life was in danger, and the mayor, and I told him, you care about yourself more than you care about American life. They were like, I called that police station, and that police station ignored my call when game. You got the FBI already got the thing. And they wanted to know about my disability check. Who on your disability conniving stuff? Who's on your disability check? No, you check with that FBI and you see those videos. I gave them two of the businesses in Addison of the behavior that was going on. And the protective services was getting out of his car, intimidating me. They was following me since the courtroom. IPS worker misbehaving themselves. I read this book at the Carrollton Library, and it talks about Bill Gates, Walmart networking. It talks about everything on Washington. It talks about how Washington, D.C. network and everything. It talks about that. And the George Bush Sr. book. And you know, when I read his book, when I was in Farmers Branch, the guy's daughter run track in Farmers Branch, and he said George Bush Sr. didn't have that. No, they had discipline. When they act up, their toys got taken away from them. They had discipline. He said, if you cross me, they wore hand-me-down clothes. Bush Sr., when he was in the president office, and he said you went in one neighborhood and it was racist. He talking about universities. He talking about these things. I didn't read 20 books in New York. I didn't read Leave Your Mark. Never. When I told my manager I was gonna leave, and I read this book, Leave Your Mark in New York, and say never tell your manager you're gonna leave because they don't know what they would do without you. Let me tell you when I was on that clock, that meat department told me. He told me this. He said, Hubert, you're a good guy. And he said, Hubert, I want to see you do better. But say, don't listen to Walmart when they make you promise and they lie about it. And when Jessica said something about, hold up, you got to wait 3 more years. So when Jessica said that mean that meat department guy told me, Hubert, you're good. And he wasn't telling me nothing wrong. God say we have to stay in our power till it's time for us to sit at the leadership board and stay in our power. Let me tell you, when I was in that office, when I was in that office, they told me to stop talking to employees. You can't keep it real. Stop talking to people. No, because I'm getting customer service. Like you trying to shut my personality off. You trying to set everything off of what I'm trying to do on the floor of talking to my customers. I'm not gonna be silent and just stop interacting with the employees because, all right, I'm not hating on nobody, but I'm giving everybody confidence. I hope you get the position. I hope you get it. I know when I'm going for a position, get in everything. So I hope that the Atlanta Center Ja Rule to help me out. And I hope that, man, the senator sending him when he coming down here, I hope to God to clean up these lying mess. When Ja Rule and them coming here, I hope, I'm praying that the senator clean up Boosie and them mess. And Ja Rule and them coming down here. I might not be interacting. Lil Baby say he in it, but not really in it. And I hope the senator sending Ja Rule and them down here and the rest of them. I just hope. God said, I hope everything is going the way I expected. Hey, I'm hoping Ja Rule and them coming down here. I hope. God, I'm praying. God is praying. I don't have to be in the streets with y'all doing music. But if y'all can't keep it real, we just not gonna be doing music then. So we came with everything. The girl from 3LW, everybody. The Young Jeezy, like shout out to her. All the rest of them. Shout out to April B2K. You know, let me tell you something. Like I say, I want a marriage that two vine is open. Spiritual side, when DJ Khaled, yes, because no matter where I'm at, I see when people deceiving me and deceiving me. No matter where I'm at, I see those things. Those spiritual bonds can't be broken when I see both of the spirit. We both see the spirit behavior of others. I can't see no, I refuse to let somebody deceive me and seduce me. I don't care how good they look, I don't care how they bad they look. If I'm in a marriage, that loyalty is stand. Yeah. You finished? No, the game came out. I was playing it. Let it load. God said you had your chance and I had my chance. When I went to that interview in Garland, you say you might have a corporate. They looked down on the clothes. They didn't look down at the personality. They started judging me on my clothes. I want you to pay attention to my personality. I wanted you to pay attention what I got to offer and the thing I'm looking for. Don't look at my clothes. The clothes are just a clothes. But the way you carry yourself and the way you do things, that matters most. Your personality. You know, Ricky always told me, we must have had our differences. But Ricky always said you can't expect everybody to go the distance as you. That everybody to be a team player as you. And I remember that when he told me, when he said, Hubert, go out there and push cars, help us out in this department. But one thing I will not define, I will not let you progress, hold my growth in any one of those things. I ain't never let that happen. And we ain't gonna let it now. Let me tell you what I told Jeff and Steve. I walked on them every time that they didn't want to show me and teach me things. And I didn't mind walking off again. And if I had a chance to do it again, I would do it. Let me tell you what I told James. I told James, when I go to the Walmart, when my baby mama, when I go there, I didn't say if I was going to come. I didn't promise y'all that. I said this. I'm going to go to the other Walmart to find out the personalities. To find out where other people can help me. I can help other people at in other businesses. That's what I told James. I didn't say I might come back. I told him, hold up. Let me check out the personalities of how I can fit in. And when I was down there, I didn't give you, I'm going to come back. That's not what I gave you. I didn't give you, I told Jeremiah, I'm down there. I'm going to see what's best foot for me. What's best foot for me. I started going to the Walmart and just trying to connect with the personality and see if I can get along and understand everybody and see if I can fit in with the personalities. And some things I didn't like and some things I did like in Hampton, Georgia. Let me tell you something. When I was a Walmart, I tried to call my store in there. One thing I don't do, I don't harass my employees while they still not above that line. And one thing I hate with the employee, I say I'm a Walmart employee. And one thing, if my employee and my customers do not pass that interest line, I can't harass them with they bastards. I gotta see them not be on that cashier. And I gotta have a Walmart employee. Did you see this woman buy this? Do y'all see her buying it? And did you see that? I'm just not gonna go accusing nobody and trying to stop somebody from calling their call. I have to be direct until they cross that line, and then I call the police, and then I stop something. If you see these employees, if you see these customers coming in there, going in the what that is, you go turn the receipt in with your thing and go get another thing. You can't mess with them because they already in the front. And unless all our employees gotta be open. All Walmart employees gotta be open. You just can't arrest nobody until you see them not caught. Everybody don't got their eyes open. And if they do got their eyes open, they don't care, they don't pay attention. I understand what I did wrong, telling everybody about myself. All right, what I did in the bed. All right, I understand my problem, telling them I put them on the wall and I ate them. I understand that was the thing. But when we get to work, we're just not talking about, oh, we make y'all. You don't even got y'all got a karaoke in there, and nobody be active. I'm like, what the heck? Come on, everybody just sitting in there like, and nobody being open. What they said, man, Grizz used to sit in there and mess with them. Y'all need some damn cable in there. Man, Grizz always messing with the antenna and doing all of this stuff. We messing with the antenna. And I'm like, come on, get some damn cable, Walmart. Get some HBO. Get something. God damn. Mess me and Grizz middle of the night messing with the antenna. Lord of mercy. Shoot. But you know what Grizz told me one time? Grizz said, Hubert, you can complain to nobody never but your if you don't act. You know what Grizz, when Grizz saw racism, Grizz took that forklift. When Charles Nimmer did me, one night Grizz got out there 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not gonna continue to let this go on. What Charles and them doing. I'm not gonna continue to let this go on. So Grizz did this. He got the forklift out the back and he started putting the car. Said, I want you to take this each by each. He started taking the forklift. I know why Grizz left. I know why him and his wife left. You know, Grizz wife he used to show me text messages. You and Hubert have a good time. He used to tell me when he was on the phone with his wife, you and Hubert, we go to NASCAR together. We do all of that stuff. Me and Grizz sit in the cold. He take me to Office Depot. This is the same man that don't got the same color skin as me, but he learned how to teach and do all of that. And that's what matters the most when you're around people and they doesn't got the same, but they learning how to accept who you are and willing to teach. And that's what I respect about Grace. They pulled me up in that office, started saying racial words towards me. Russell started saying things towards me. One girl said, fuck New Orleans, a torn boy. Let's talk about that. I don't like niggas. Let's talk about what Charles and them did up in 1216. And then racism, walk away from. I didn't want to come back. The guy had Ticket to Work program. He get paid by Social Security from thing. He come back. He told me not to go to work. Say, Hubert, don't go to work. He said he went to Walmart and Charles told him I couldn't do it. And he said, I believe in you. And they called my mom and come in. Mama said, go see what they want. I didn't even want to come up there. But I said, then they gonna act ass and charge racism, walk away. Racism, walk away. When a man got racial intent and charged, racism, walking away from somebody. I want my justice, racism, walking away. You talk about honor. You don't live by that flag. You don't live by those things. I'd rather date Taylor Swift than live in the arms of a black woman that don't see another black man value. That take another black man value for granted. So let me tell you something. Even Sabina Mirza, my friend baby mama that was working there, look, my old friend Diamond baby mama Mirza, I do music with. She was working at 1216, and she said, Hubert, what's going on? You know why people don't come to work every day like they're supposed to? Because they're getting tried. I'm speaking about me. I know goddamn well I got tired of getting treated bad. You know, I remember sitting in Mirza's dad, Mirza's dad telling me one time he's been working there for all these years, and then Walmart management treat him bad. I'm getting into with Walmart employees at night because of what type of women I'm breaking in. All right, if we gonna argue about what black women say you gonna make me sick, they working at Oak Cliff. If you gonna argue with me about type, have some damn interest in. But don't argue with me, Deborah, and all the rest of these grown ass women that's acting unprofessional. Don't worry about what women I bring in or ex you seen. Every relationship I've been in, I love a girl for themselves. I don't care about their weight. I don't care about what they have. I had to sit in the thing with Sabine and say, I'm putting on this makeup. The baby, I love you without all that makeup. I don't care. I want to tell I love you without all of that. I'm sitting in her house as a teenager. I don't care about all of that. I had to get on my baby mama for putting that makeup on. Like, all of that makeup. Let your beauty show by itself. I don't mind walking with you when you let your beauty show itself. All that damn makeup don't make no damn sense. So everybody's been playing trickery. And God said, until we get to the bottom of this, telling just the Walmart CEOs, it's too much of trickery going on. And when time comes, damn, we gonna talk. So we're gonna see what everything is doing around here. I know that you're serious. Well, CEOs, God said we're gonna test that theory right now. God said we can't trust bull crap. We have to trust. We have to trust when we see this. When we shake our hand and we get on that check and we shake our hand. Don't trust me until you be in front of them. That's the most important thing. God said don't trust anything until you be in front of them. Don't trust anything until you be in front of them. Walmart CEO, don't let it deceive. Bam. But Joy and Victoria told me, right? With delusion, with delusion, I don't let delusion fool me, but I know what's going on. I gave many times for Walmart to come correct with God and that American flag. And they did not come correct. When they ask you, Desmond Miller, if you like Donald Trump, you say you don't want to speak because you're a narcissist. If everybody gonna get on Obama about Trump about being a racist, what about you? What about the narcissist that judging personality, that judging all of these things? You're a narcissist. We got black people. Let me tell you, black people stuff is in your stores, right? Whoopi Goldberg, we understand those things, right? And I'm a Whoopi Goldberg fan, and we understand those things. Movie stars, The Rock and everybody else, we movie star fans, right? But we understand those things where the goals and those things come at. But if I see my black nation able to have that same ambition, and I see when we show love to each other, we're gonna chase it together. Have a motherfucker jack a jewelry out of me. I'm gonna say, here, look here, man, you can have it. That same nigga, get that dog. You better keep that chain because I'm gonna get something better. I know you hurt, nigga. You stunned with that jewelry. You hurting. If you take that chain, you hurting. And most people would do that despite their career. Like what they did, the guy just did, he coming with jewelry. He wanted to spike his career up in the music. And I took the nigga chain and I got music. I took his chain, but I still got my chain. So it's spiking his career up in the hip hop. It is actually spiking. Everybody say, when with that sneaker stuff. Hold up. Y'all wanted to listen to Yellow Breezy and the rest of them and all of these things. I gave people a chance. I gave Judge Kennedy, I gave people in that court. No, she looked at me like she was stupid or something. And I told the Justice Department, don't let Judge Kennedy fool you. She could have did a lot of stuff different. She could have signed me to another case worker while she addressed the issue. She didn't. She acted off of prejudice and racism. What happened in Gainesville when I messaged the president and the attorney general? After I told them about y'all lying and the Texas legislators. I have just sued every Texas legislator. And I told everybody at that Texas music office, they're going to get sued and they're going to be convicted and go to jail if something happens. And then these people acting up in their cars. You want to act up? God said, I know you. I seen your spirit. Same with that accident. I told Dougman Miller this. I told Joe about any accident because of jealousy in the car is going to be caused on you. I'm holding you responsible. Since human behavior want to act a buffoon. I see their spirit. They keep looking and acting their ass. And the more things that keep doing, bam. These women want to listen to people. Stay away from me, man. I don't want you. And the little black woman gonna get me. I don't want you. If you gonna be like that, when I found out, let me tell you something. I found out in Atlanta. Everybody say I work for the D. No, I found out in Atlanta that I got somebody on my case, and I'm not even in Atlanta, but I have different people working on my case from the call center. And these niggas want to lie, and footwork in Dallas want to lie. Don't say I work for somebody and do all of that lying stuff, man. And I got somebody working on my case. That's not right, man. And they have to clean up y'all mess for boosting them lying. Shout out to the Atlanta assistant. Much love. God say thank you. Shout out to the Atlanta assistant at the Atlanta office, the Atlanta senator assistant. Much love to her, everybody. The Atlanta assistant. Shout out to them. Everybody over there. Shout out to her. Much love to y'all and everything. Shout out to the people that heard me out, the good people at the call center that actually listened to me. Shout out to them. Y'all know who y'all is. Much love. I wish y'all all a blessing. God say, I want y'all to keep answering that phone and keep listening. Don't hang up in people's face. Listen. Just like y'all listen to me, I don't want them to change their rules. I want everybody to keep listening. Y'all are doing a good thing. I want you to keep listening. Keep doing that. Keep doing what y'all doing, because ask for their name. Tell them to write. And when I start doing, I'm gonna start getting names where you at, and I'm gonna start going to the senators in them office, and I'm gonna start doing that. We all gotta take a stand about Badman. Contention is involved, but don't sit up there and lie in this industry.